Any question do you have?
No, sir.
Yes, please.
No, sir.
हाँ हाँ बोलिए.
Modernization.
Hello.
No question, sir.
Now we will move on to block two. Sorry, that is paper 6.1.2. Oh, so this was the first class of social group and stratification. That is block one, the paper social structure SOM 6112. Social structure SOM 6112. So after completing SOM 615 revision of block 1 and block 2, now we will go for another revision of SOM 6112, block 1, social groups and social stratification. In this block, you can note it down. In exams, I might ask you, what are the various social groups? Explain the various social groups. What is social groups? Explain various social groups. If it comes in the exam, the answer are primary, secondary group, reference group, in group, and out group. And number two question is write the various bases of social stratification. I might ask you that. Or what are the various types of social stratification? So let us see what social groups mean. In simple sense, in sociology, social groups means human groups. So we try to use in sociology like human relationship, social relationship. So how human and other humans are connected. So this connecting process we try to use at social groups as human groups. So let us see the first definition. McIver and Page talks about human beings engaged in social relationships. Green talks about who have more common interests. Anderson and Parker talks about two or more individuals. It's very easy and simple. कोई भी ह्यूमन ग्रुप एक आदमी नहीं होते हैं, so एक से ज्यादा एक से बढ़कर होते हैं. So it's simple that in human groups there are not single person. There are always more than one person. They have a common interest in association, in organization, in union, in student union, in political parties. They always share some interests, some goal objectives in a group, and they engage in a human social relationship. So social relationship, what you understand, it's a human group who connects in relationship, who have common interests, where they are more than one person. Please remember it. And the characteristic of social groups. Characteristic of social groups is also very important. I forgot to mention. So in characteristic of social groups, there are various characteristics. When we try to understand characteristic means in terms of the nature. If I ask, what is the nature of uh, if I ask what is the nature of in exam, what is the nature of BK, or what is the nature of Motom, what is the nature of Malina? So nature or characteristic means So maybe might be BK, Malina, or Motom are good or bad. Number two, they are human. Number three, they can walk. Number four, they can run. Number five, they can eat food. So try to understand the tricks of writing in the exam. Let it be any characteristic, let it be any nature. Characteristic and nature in some way are very similar or simultaneous. So if it comes characteristic of society, so in society, obviously human are there, culture are there, education are there, politics are there. So try to write like it. Try to understand what आप सोचिए आप क्या लिख रहे हैं और क्वेश्चन में क्या जवाब देना है. So when we understand in human groups, obviously awareness is there. एक आदमी दूसरे आदमी के अवेयरनेस से समाज में ह्यूमन ही है और वन कोई इंटरेस्ट होंगे, कोई यूनिटी होंगे, कोई वी फीलिंग होंगे. जब आप कहते हैं ये हमारा कम्युनिटी है, ये हमारा कोलोई है, ये हमारा तिप्रास है, और ये हमारा बंगाली है, और ये हमारा मणिपुरी है. So when you say we, these are all the characteristics of human groups. Whether similarity of behavior or behavior similarity or dissimilarity or group norms. Norms means in terms of rules, niyam. So there are rules in society, norms, there are behavior similarity, there are we feeling, there are unity, there are interest, there are awareness. Mutual awareness means understanding or awareness that there are more than one group. So it's very easy. I hope you remember it. If you can remember this class, you will also be able to write an exam. So let us see the various types of group. So what we have understand in unit 1 was the definition of social group and characteristic of social group. And now let's come to the types of group. In unit 2 you'll find like the types of groups: primary, secondary, in group, out group, referent. Primary groups mainly which are example friends. Secondary which are your classmate, office colleague. Primary where relationship is small, family is small, where relationships are close. In secondary relationship where the relationship is impersonal, not that close, it became larger. Like जो आपके जो क्लासमेट अभी MA sociology में, you are not, every one of you are not close, but in your family you are personal, your friends you are close. In organization, जो भी आपके organization और association के member में, आप उनके सब आपके दोस्त नहीं हैं, वो है secondary group. Primary जो personal है, small है, face to face. Example, family, friends. Secondary group, friends means peer group, P-E-E-R. Secondary means in terms of association member, organization member, union member, office colleague, classmates, where the members are large. The relationship became not that personal, that means impersonal, it becomes goal oriented. And let us see the another examples. The first is in group. In group means where you belong to, where you can say that hamara, hum. And out group, volu, hum or volu, us and them. When you say that we are koloi, chungke koloi, or chungke de Burma, or chungke tiprasa, or magar, or volu, or tarato, amrato or tarato. When you say amra, you're already creating us, chini. And when you say tara, you're already creating out group, that is them. So in group means जो भी human group जो आप belong करते हैं उनके member. आउट ग्रुप मीन्स जो आप बिलोंग नहीं करते, वो लोग, borok or them. So that is the idea of in group and out group. In number 3, reference group means when you compare other group with yourself. Suppose you wanted to copy the style of British people. Are ye to Western styles? Are ye to American style? So when you compare from one group to you, काश हमारे क्रिसमस, काश हमारे पूजा ऐसा होता उस उनके तरह. So you are already comparing from other group to your group. That is reference group, referring other group. So let's come to unit 3. Unit 3 is very important. It means social stratification. In exam, if it comes about social stratification, what you should remember is that social stratification, a system by which society rank category of people in a hierarchy. It is a structural inequality, which means समाज में कोई भी ह्यूमन ग्रुप में कोई रैंकिंग सिस्टम है. नंबर 1, नंबर 2, नंबर 3, नंबर 4. हायर क्लास, मिडिल क्लास, लोअर क्लास. हायर कास्ट, लोअर क्लास. मेल फैमिली में the grandfather authority number 1, the grandmother authority number 2. कोई भी in human group where there is ranking system, that is hierarchy, that is in terms of hierarchy, wherever there is hierarchy, ranking system, it is known as social stratification. If you try to understand in more in depth, in more profound manner, that society is divided into layer or strata based on income, status, education, occupation, and more. It is not about individual difference. It is about group differences that are built into society. So when we talk about social stratification, it is human group stratification. Wherever in human group there are ranking system in layer, strata. Layer means if you see in the picture, there is a layer, 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layer. It is in a pyramid shape. 1 layer, 1 brick, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. In human group, wherever there is a ranking system of layer or strata, it can be based on status, it can be based on job, that means occupation, it can be based on education. This process is known as social stratification. Example, class. If you all three, Motom, BK, or Malina, becomes a higher class, you are becoming from a middle class or lower class to higher class, a rich person. That is, you are changing your class system, status. You are also changing your power. If someone from a very poor family becomes a very powerful ministers, politicians, from a poor to a minister, see, change of position. Whether in terms of caste, the Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, the ranking system is there. Whether in terms of gender, typically India is more of a patriarchal society, male number 1, number 2 female. But if you go to Meghalaya, the Khasis and the Garo system, the female are the authority. So all systems are not same. So that is what you can understand it. And then the next important question is the characteristic of caste system. There is a hierarchy, there is a restriction. So mainly might be in tribes, in indigenous Hindus, there might not be caste, but in certain North Indian or in terms of the Bengali Hindu system, caste is a very important character. Like if you belong to one caste, it is sometimes restricted to get married with another caste. In cities, might be In some way, it have become more liberal, but caste practice is still there. Getting married of each other. Suppose if one person want to get married with that person from the Brahmin or who belong to the SC, they can't get. Sometimes it is restricted. The SC and the UR or the OBC and the UR. So that those restrictions which is there in terms of the caste, that is based on the division of society, the hierarchy, the restriction, the civil and religious disability. So these caste, which I have already explained it in lecture 2, you try to go through it. It's a very interesting if you want to know about your friends, about in the society. This caste is a very important subject. Besides that, the constitution will also have given the religious minorities in terms of the constitutional measures for religious minorities. The freedom of religion, the Article 25, Article 26, Article 29, 30. It's all about the freedom of religion practice, the freedom of interest. The question is, there are various Article 25 to 23 is especially for freedom of religion or religious rights. But in practice, there are certain circumstances which is very controversial, but the constitution have its own rights from Article 25 to Article 23. So today, in the first lecture of 6112, what I wanted to discuss with you was in block 1. Be very careful now. In block 1, you should learn the definition of social groups, and I might ask you explain the various characteristics of social groups, and I might ask you what is the basis of social stratification, what is social stratification, or what is the basis of social stratification, or the characteristic of caste system, or even what are the constitutional measures for religious minorities. You have to write all these Article 25, Article 26, Article 29, 30. So these block 1 are very important. And now let us go through in terms of block 2. So block 2 of the second class, that is social structure, SOM paper 6212. Here it talks about mainly the structure of Indian society. It means in Indian society, what are the various structure? Who are there in Indian society? Various peoples, what are the various systems? Obviously, in Unit 6, it's about rural and cities, village and cities. And Unit 7, how rural and urban are connected. In Unit 8, what is the issues of the Dalits, the scheduled caste. Dalits means the scheduled caste. Scheduled caste by Mahatma Gandhi, he used to term as, by Ambedkar. Ambedkar used to term the SC as Dalits. And Gandhi used to say as Harijans. So they who belong to lower caste were said as Dalits. Lower caste means in historical sites, some people believe it, some people doesn't believe it. It believes that when human are born, they belong. Some people are belong as a higher caste, who belong as a Brahmins, who belong as the prince, the rajas, Kshatriyas, who are born as the businessmen or artisans, Vaishya, who become as a laborer or worker, Shudra, but who don't belong even these 4 group, they were called as untouchables, Dalits or Harijans. So due to that thing, the SC scheduled castes in 1950 constitutional order, along with the scheduled tribes, STs who practice still the primitive cultural aspect were given a reservation systems till now. In 1980s, the Mandal Commission of 1980s have given the OBCs, mainly who were the Sudros and other backward classes. So let us try to understand this block 2 first. So in Unit 6 in Village and Society, it's a very simple topic. Might be I'll just ask you again, what is the characteristic of village? Many of you live in village, but what is the characteristic of it? Obviously, number one is in the village autonomy. In village autonomy, you have village chairman or village panchayat. The village खुद के विलेज में अथॉरिटी सिस्टम है, जैसे पंचायत, जैसे ग्राम पंचायत, जैसे वीसी चेयरमैन और सेक्रेटरी एसोसिएशन, जो खुद के अथॉरिटी होते हैं. मगर सिटी में, इन सिटी दे डोंट हैव ग्राम पंचायत, दे हैव दिस the municipal corporation, AMC, or mayor. They call it mayor of Agartala. So mayor of Mumbai, mayor of Kolkata. So they don't have like a village system where there is a problem between one family, कोई झगड़ा और कोई problem हो एक परिवार और दूसरे के साथ में, जो आपके सरपंच, आपके चौधरी और आपके विलेज के जो एल्डर है खुद अपने jurisdiction अंदर में होती है. That is village autonomy. And number two, village social structure. In rural villages, mainly the idea of rural village is joint family actually. But now nuclear family have been practiced, but joint family is one of the main characteristics of village system. Number three is judge money system. This judge money system might not be popular in Northeast India side, but it's very popular earlier in the South and North. The judge money system means like a jamindar. They call it the Chaudhuri are known as the jamindar are known as Kamin. उनके खेत में, जो जमींदार के खेत में और जमींदार के उनके प्रॉपर्टी में जो लेबरर काम करते हैं, और इन एक्सचेंज जमींदार उनको एक चावल देते हैं और कुछ व्हीट देते हैं. इन एक्सचेंज उनके अंदर काम करते हैं जमींदार के अंदर, और जमींदार उनके जो लेबरर है कामिन के लिए, द लेबरर आर नोन एज कामिन. In exchange, they used to give them food, they used to give them clothes, they used to give them money. So this exchange, the barter economy system was known as judge money system. And number fourth, there is always a village power structure change and leadership. Like various reforms have come with Panchayat Raj in 1993, 1994, the 73rd Amendment or 72 Amendment, that now even in the Panchayat Raj, now the women are kept as reservation systems. So now let us see how rural and urban are connected. How rural and urban linkage mean how rural and urban are connected. Number one, obviously migration. In cities, in Agartala, you'll find most of the peoples are working from villages. From Tripura, many goes to Delhi, many goes to Bangalore, many goes to different cities to go and work. So from rural, many people goes to the cities, urban. That is migration labor worker. Number two, the rural and urban linkages. Obviously, जो काम के लिए जो विलेज से सिटी जाते हैं, उनके ट्रांसपोर्टेशन जरूरत है. जो ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के बिना वो लोग गांव से कैसे शहर जा सकते हैं. सो ट्रांसपोर्टेशन इज वेरी कंपल्सरी. यहाँ पर ऑफिस आगरतला में हमारे ब्रांच ऑफिस में आने के लिए obviously transportation is required. So that is the connection between rural and urban. Number three is सीखने के लिए, पढ़ने के लिए और काम करने के लिए administration. Administration is again the another factors. Most of the main college, main university are in Agartala. And from rural people come to the cities. That is the idea of rural and urban linkages. Number 4, obviously the market system. The market system in cities, the main market in West Bengal, Kolkata, the main market in Meghalaya, Shillong. People go and visit more to the main market. That is, from rural people goes to the main urban. Obviously, in the urban and rural, there are connections. The development projects, the developmental sites, there is different. Obviously, the urban sites are more developed, and the rural people comes mostly to the development side of it. And number 6, kinship. Kinship means आपके जो परिवार और रिश्तेदार. Kinship means relatives, the family or relatives. आपके परिवार और रिश्तेदार. Kinship. So this is the reason: migration, labor. Number 2, transportation. Number 3, education or administration, job. Number 4, market. Number 5, development. Number 6, kinship, that is relatives. This is the 6th reason mainly that how rural and urban are connected. गांव और शहर कैसे कनेक्शन होते हैं, जैसे गांव से कैसे अर्बन शहर में उनकी कैसे लोग जाते हैं, उनके कारण है लेबर के लिए, वर्क के लिए. नंबर 2, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन होने के लिए. नंबर 3, एजुकेशन होने के लिए. और नंबर 4, मार्केट होने के लिए. और नंबर 5, जो डेवलपमेंट प्रोजेक्ट्स ज्यादा है. और नंबर 6, उनके कनेक्शन, आपके कनेक्शन, आपके रिश्तेदार हो सकते हैं, आपके जो परिवार के कनेक्शन होते हैं. Those are the reasons. Now, in number 8 might be, I will just ask you, it might be an exam. Write what is Dalits. Write a note on women challenges, or what are the articles. So this is just, as I have said, Dalits originate from the term Ambedkar, where Gandhi talks about mostly as Harijan. So in Article 14, it always have a discrimination in terms of caste, Article 15 and Article 17. So I will not go further into much, as I already explained, and these are very short questions, short notes, which you can go through it. But characteristic of caste is very important from block 1. And women, what are the various challenges? You can go through it. And what are the various challenges of women in terms of education, employment, healthcare, violence, and political representation? More important is, if you are a woman, आप महिला हो तो सबसे important है this article आपके जो rights है, और जो Article 15, Article 30, Article 42, Article 51 है, that protection of women from domestic violence. So this domestic violence इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ था जब शादी होने के बाद, जब मैरिज होने के बाद जो हैरेसमेंट होते उनके ससुराल के घर से, उनके फादर इन लॉ के घर से, उनके पति के घर से. So these are the violence that happens, that this protection have been there. And sexual harassment, now law have become 2013. Now maternity benefits is there. Maternity leave, जब employment होते हैं pregnancy के समय, maternity benefits है अभी. And that popular बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ was also their campaign. Pradhan Mantri Yojana was also came. National Mission for Empowerment of Women also came. So this, and Mahila police stations, the National Commissions for Women also have started to come. So these are the various safeguards and measures of women. So in Unit 9, there are, I might ask you the difference between norms and values. What is norms? What is values? Norms is just a societal rules. As I say, it's a rules. It can be family rules. It can be community rules. It can be village rules. It can be any rules. The norms. It can be legal law or not law. But कोई भी rules है. Whether school rules, family rules, religious rules, these are known as norms. But values means which are principles, desirable, what pursuing. In Hindi term, they call it mullo, means to when you respect your elders, old person, when you how to sit in the chair, how to greets others, how to respect others. So these basic behaviors are known as values. Norms mean rules, values means principles, beliefs or principles. Norms means rules, values means beliefs or principles, which are good principles, good behavior. And the last unit 10, it is tribals in India. You can just, might be, I might ask you, write a short note of tribes in India. You write about it, about these tribes in India, and how the definition as per the Constitution of India has given. So mainly in unit 2, what I wanted to make you understand was, might be for example is also very important for a broad question or for your self-assessment. You can learn, explain the characteristic of village system in India. Explain the first topic is characteristic of village system, which we have learned today: village autonomy, the joint family system, the Jasmani system, the panchayat system, the Chaudhary system. And then number 2, what is the connection between rural and urban? It means what is the rural and urban linkages? The migration labor, the transportation, education, administration. Number 4, market. Number 5, development projects. Number 6, आपके रिश्तेदार, family, kingship. And then I might ask you, write a short note. What is Dalit? And what are the safeguards and measure of women? You can write about the Article 14, Article 15, Article 13, Article 41, 42, Article 51. And these women, domestic violence, sexual harassment, maternity benefits, Beti Bachao, Beti Barao, Save the Girl, Child Educated Girl Child Campaign, Pradhan Mantri Yojana, and other Mahila police stations aspect. And I might ask you in Unit 9 a short note, distinguish between norms and value, norms, rules, values, beliefs or principles. And in Unit 10, I might ask you write a short note on tribes in India. So this is the very simple thing from block 2 of 6112, that is structure of Indian society. And in Unit 1, as I have said, you will go through it, what is social group, explain the types of social groups, and number 2, you will go through it, what is social stratification and what are the various bases or types of social stratification, the caste, class, estate, power or gender, and then what is the characteristic of caste, and then the difference between caste and class. And then here you'll learn about what is the characteristic of village, what is the connection or linkage between rural and urban, who are Dalits or scheduled castes, and what are the constitutional measures of women's, and write a short note on tribes in India, and distinguish between norms and values. So that is for today for block 1 and block 2 of 6112. Now I have revised the block 1 and block 2 of both 6112 and 6115. So if you have any questions, you can ask me any query. Then I will wind up the class for 6112 and 6115. Might be today the 6114 will be taken from 1 p.m. Do you have any query or question?
No, sir.
Do you want to continue now the 611 for sociology of religion revision, or you want during 1 p.m.? अभी क्या 6114 का क्लास 1 बजे करना है और अभी करना है? मलिना,
अभी कर दो।
और मतम 1 बजे और अभी? So, BK, what do you think? 1 p.m. or now you want?
Sir, 1 p.m. Right now, mm, uh, मेरा अभी busy है.
So, okay, both are 50-50%. So let us have a break. So let us meet each other, even me. I want to take rest, so let's us meet 1 p.m. each other. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.